Alright guys, my name is Ben Mintz,
And my name is Matthew Parness.
and today we're going to be showing you guys how to use the newest feature in D2L called Virtual Classroom.
I'll be talking about the student side, what the student will be seeing so that the professor knows everything that's available for the students.
And I'll be showing you the professor's point of view and how to navigate Virtual Classroom from the professor's point of view.
Let's get started.
Alright guys, once you're in the D2L, you're going to make sure you're in the right classroom. We're in Technical Communications today, which we're already in. And Virtual Classroom will appear as one of your icons up here. You're going to select that. And this is the page that'll come up. You can see we don't have any active meetings yet, so we're going to come create one over here in the bottom right hand. Click on that. The scheduled meeting menu is going to come up, and we're going to give it a title. Meeting, and we're just going to do today's date. So meeting 30. You can choose which day you want to schedule the meeting here. We're not going to do that. We're going to go to now. And you can also choose the time if you would like. We're going to choose the duration of the meeting, so how long the meeting is going to last. We're going to choose the longest duration here. It's going to do 90 minutes. Scroll on down here. Get some options on what you want to happen when the meeting started. So we're going to select the automatically record the meeting so that we can go back and look at it. You can make sure you can choose to publish it afterwards so the class can see the meetings that you've already recorded. You can allow external participants if you like, so anybody outside of your already created class if you want them to participate, you can do that there. And make sure that you have invite entire class on, or you can choose which classmates or maybe a group in a project that you want to do if you don't select that. And you can also choose how many weeks you'd like to repeat this. So if you set up a date and a time, you can repeat it every week for your course or through a unit. But we're just going to do the one time today. You save it. Right, it's been created. So now we do have an active meeting, the one that we created. You can't click on it anywhere up here. You actually do have to go over to the action icon here, and you'll select launch, but this is where you would manage who you're inviting to the classroom if you chose to invite anybody outside of the class, or edit any of the settings that we just created. So we're going to go ahead and launch it. Alright, once you get in here, this is the Bongo page. This just kind of gives you any more information that you need about the Bongo company and the thing that we're going to be using. If you need more information about the audio video, you got these drop down menus here. You can just read through this if you need any more information about anything. I'll go ahead and let you guys do that. And alright, once we're in here, you can select to listen only to the meeting that you've created. It's by selecting this icon, or you can choose to activate your microphone and be able to talk and listen to the classroom. So we're going to go ahead and select the microphone. It's going to do an echo test, and you should be able to hear yourself. Right, once you hear that, you're going to select yes, and you're in.
Alright guys, now I'm going to show you the student view of it all. I'm going to start off here. This is the class that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be entering the meeting on. I'll go ahead and click the tab Virtual Classroom just like the professor. And some things will look similar, but it won't be the same. This is the meeting that we started earlier, this top one. Now, just like the professor, you have to go over and click this icon The professor's icon will look different, but for the student, they'll click this icon to enter the meeting. This also looks similar. It's optional. We'll leave it up to you if you want to go over, read through these things. And keep in mind, it's better to use Chrome or Firefox than to use Safari or Internet Explorer. It's just a lot more user-friendly. But to go ahead and enter the meeting, I'm just going to click this button at the bottom. It says Enter Meeting Room. We'll get the same listening only, or if you want to do microphone, we get the same options. It'll conduct an echo test, and mine should be working, so I'm going to go ahead and click yes. And we're in. So we're going to talk about these bottom icons down here. This icon on the very far left is the mute and unmute button for just yourself. You can mute yourself so nobody else in the class can hear you. This middle button is to completely leave the audio so you can't hear anybody. I can just join right back really easily if I want to come back. And then this far right button is the video menu if you want to share your webcam. So you should be able to see me. Click allow. And as it loads, and you can see my webcam. But and if you really want to swap it, you can get it big screen. Go back and unshare it.
Alright guys, as Matthew explained already, the bottom icons right here, the student gets these three, which he explained, but the professor or anybody with the presenter feature can have the ability to share their screen. So most computers, if you don't already have the Bongo downloaded, you're probably going to get this extension up here that you're going to need to download the Chrome extension for the Bongo screen share. We're going to add to Chrome, add extension, and then we should have it here. We're just going to close this out. In order for this to work with the extension, we're going to have to refresh the page real quick. Alright, once you refresh it, we're back in. Go through the same process that we did to get in before. And now we should have the ability to share our screens. Alright. And then you have the option to open a particular application window, your entire screen, or just a specific Chrome tab that you already have open. Right.
Alright, the next place we're going to look at is the top right icons. These icons right over here. This first icon, it's green right now. It shows me my ping and my download speed, but this is not really needed information. I was just explaining to you what it is. The three dots icon, here you can see your settings, your about, and the leave icons. In your settings icon, it just kind of shows like different settings that I can look at, that the student can look at. But I don't suggest that any student should change any of this, because then it can just get kind of confusing and you can mess something up and not remember how to do it. The next icon is the about icon. Here you can see when it was made, some extra information that is not needed for you, and the URL to get to this page, which is also right up here. The last icon is the leave icon to leave this entire meeting for the student.
And for the professor, I'm just going to show you, there's just one more feature that they give you, the option to end a meeting. Alright guys, we're going to go over to the very right icons over here, the multi-user tool. Alright, first thing here, this is going to be your access to all the different tools that we have. So we have an option to select text, so we can click somewhere, make a box, and then we have the option to type inside the box. Alright, we can also have the option to change the font size here. Alright. Another feature we have are line, ellipses, triangle, and rectangle, which basically just gives you the option to create different shapes, or if you want to divide things, you have the option to here. You have a pencil, so you can draw anything that you like with different thicknesses right here. And then also have the ability to go back to the pointer so that you can point things out. And we also have the ability to change the colors of the shapes on the bottom side there. All right, the undo annotation here will undo your most recent action that you performed, and this will clear any annotations that you've made. And this last icon here allows me to turn on this user tool for everyone in the class, or to limit it to only the professor by doing that.
While this is off right now, how we have it, it's off right now. I cannot see anything as a student. See, there's nothing here on the side. But once it is turned on, this pops up on the side. I get the same options with text, the lines and shapes, and pencil, and same with the colors and thickness. And then I also get undo the previous annotation or clear all annotations of what I made.
Right, guys, the next thing we're going to focus on is going to be this icon over here. No, it's called Actions. Click on that. We have the ability to mute all the users in the classroom with their mics on. We can initiate a poll. If you select this, it gives you a lot of options on what kind of poll you'd like to take. I'm just going to do a yes, no. You can also create a custom poll here if you like. But like I said, I'm just going to do the yes, no. I'm going to create it. And then, and this time, if you have classmates, they'll complete the poll while this is up. And once they've completed it, or once you want to end it, you can either hit close poll or publish the results here.
And here, just to show you, from the student side, you can see polling options, yes or no. This is what he was talking about. He'd be saying whatever, like, for instance, he came up with, do you like using paper, like when you're writing on paper, do you like using pencil or pen? Or if you like pen over pencil is what I should say. I would click yes, and that'd be it for me and for him.
Yeah, I now get access to his vote in the poll. He selected yes, and I'm able to see it. So I can either close the poll and it won't publish, or I can close the poll and it will publish. I'm going to select this so you can see how it publishes it. It'll appear in the bottom right hand corner here.
Same for me over here. It will publish in the bottom right corner.
Yep, and then everybody has access to see the publish, and I'll just go ahead and show you the last feature here. We have the ability to upload a presentation. So if you select that, you get the option to drag files here. You can click here and go into your files. Just gonna look for one real quick. I'm gonna find one with some length so we can show you guys how to use the slide feature. Now that it's uploaded, I'm gonna hit start. All right, and now the document that you've selected will upload, and you'll be able to use the slides icon here. So if we go to the next slide, it shows you the next page, so on and so forth, and you can choose which slide you want to go to quicker here. All right, and if you want to get rid of the document that you've pulled up to present, you just go back into the upload presentation and select the default PDF here, and then start again, and you're brought back to the default PDF screen.
Alright guys, and the next place that we're going to be moving to is this top left corner. We're going to be talking about these two icons. This left icon is the user list toggle. Once you click that, you can see everybody that's in the chat right here, whether they're muted or watching or not. I'll be able to see anybody that's in this meeting. There's also this public chat that you can click, and this is just what everybody in the meeting can see no matter what. Like, it's not private at all. But I do have another chat here. If I can private chat anybody, including the teacher or the presenter, I can click this and start a private chat that's not open to the public. All I gotta do is type my message, and the professor will not be able to see this.
Right, guys, I'm going to show you the professor's side of these top icons here. I'll go ahead and show you the public chat's pretty much the same as it is for the students. It's just a public chat room that's open to everyone in the classroom. And the user toggle list is going to be different for the professor because we get a lot more options here. As I click on this, I can set my status or mute myself, but if I click on another student, I can have the option to personally chat with them or private chat. As we showed you just a second ago, I have the option to mute only this user. I have the option to make this user the presenter, and with the presenter, they get the same options as the professor does, in a sense of they can use this actions toolbar to present something or to initiate a poll. They get access to the multi-user toolbar, and they get access to the screen share. Right, and if I click back on the name, I have the option to remove the user entirely if I feel the need to. And the last thing here is the ability to promote them to the moderator. With that, they pretty much get every ability that the professor has within this program, except once I promote them to moderator, I still have the option to remove them from the moderator and to make them a viewer again, as I did there. And that completes these icons. Alright guys, just some final thoughts for you. Bongo is supported through all mobile devices if you're using the Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. Just letting you guys know the professor and the students will have access to Virtual Classroom through their mobile devices.
Also, if you need any other help navigating anywhere through Virtual Classroom, be sure you contact the IT department of HGTC, and they should be able to navigate you through any issues you may have.
And that will conclude this video. Thank you guys for your time, and we hope that you will now be able to better navigate Virtual Classroom.